ceiling bill, unused COVID fund.
Yeah,
So we better earmark all this.
that's for what,
I'll just make sure.
Good morning, everyone. I will call the May 31st, 2023 Commissioners meeting to order. And we're sorry that veteran Don Bradley didn't make it today to join us. So John Kleinetz, our county engineer, is going to do double duty. He's going to lead us in the pledge and the invocation.
our veteran Don Bradley, but I'll try it. If you join me. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Join me in an attitude of prayer, please. Lord, we just honored those who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces on Monday, and in their memory, we observed Memorial Day. In that spirit, help us always remember, not just on Memorial Day, the losses that we suffered. And remember these things about veterans. It is the veteran, including those who gave not some but all, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It's the veteran, including those who fell in harm's way, not the poet, who gave us freedom of speech. It's the veteran, including the lost veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us freedom to demonstrate. And it is a veteran, including those who died in service to our country, not the politician, who gave us the right to vote. We ask that you bless each veteran for their service in harm's way. We ask that you watch over the fallen veterans and their families with all of your comfort and grace. And we ask that you never let us forget their heroism and sacrifice. We ask all of these things in your name. Amen.
Okay, thank you, John. We'll move on to item number 2 on the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the May 24th, 2023 Board of Commissioners meeting as submitted.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I will open it up for any public comment that's related to items on the agenda. Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda items listed below for the Office of Children, Youth, and Families.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. I know there's a fair amount from Human Services Department. Claire, did you want to share a few words?
Good morning. Yes, just a few comments. So we do have a good number of items. So most of what you'll see are just the adjustments to some of the agreements that we have with families who have adopted or fostering some of the kiddos that we work with. You'll see some rate changes. Really, that's based on kind of the income from the family. Could be through, increased Social Security payments, things like that. One of the things I think is really interesting, it's a great program that we pay for through the Juvenile Probation Office. Their budget flows through our needs-based budget for children, youth, and families. But it's a trauma-sensitive yoga class that started in 2019, and it's for the some of the youth who are in or working with JPO. So pretty cool program.
Okay.
Are there any questions about anything that you see on the consent agenda?
I think you explained it. I'd asked you before the meeting about some of the rates we pay for people that adopt children went from $30 or $36 a day to $6, which is a great decrease. But like you said, it's adjusted based on income, I'm sure.
Correct.
Okay, anything else for Claire?
All right.
All
Good
right.
to see everyone.
Good to see you too. If there's no further discussion or questions, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to new business.
I make a motion to approve a contract between the County of York on behalf of the Human Resources Department and Collins Wagner Agency, York, PA, to provide fiduciary liability insurance for a total cost of $20,500 for the period of June 18th, 2023 to June 18th, 2024.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Make a motion to approve an agreement of sale between the County of York on behalf of the Parks and Recreation Department for the purchase of 135 acres of land in Fairview Township. There will be no use of county tax dollars. This will be paid using grant funds and matched against a federal Highlands grant.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? For those that don't know, the county does not have a lot of park space up in the northern part of the county, so this will be a nice addition to the parks up there. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
I make a motion to authorize the purchasing department to solicit bids for dairy and baked products for the York County Prison.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
I make a motion to approve the weekly disbursements for the week of May 31st, 2023, totaling $1,752,118.23.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We move on to appointments.
I make a motion to approve the reappointment of Dolores Crick to the Agricultural Land Preservation Board as member representing realty/building industry for a 3-year term effective June 1st, 2023 to May 31st, 2026.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Make a motion to approve the appointment of John J.P. Hausner to the Agricultural Land Preservation Board as member representing citizens for a 3-year term effective June 1st, 2023 to May 31st, 2026.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
I make a motion to approve the appointment of Ashley Zinn to the South Central Workforce Investment Board representing business for a 3-year term effective June 1st, 2023 through May 31st, 2026.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. There were no executive sessions since our last meeting, and we'll move on to other business. And we have a very distinguished guest with us today, Mac Smith.
He's not here.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the cab. So Mac is in here, so I guess Eric is going to stand in for Mac.
Yep.
We have a proclamation. I guess it's my turn to read, so I'll try to,
Can you get up? If not,
yeah. Okay. All right. So I think most of you know that one of the departments under county government is our Ag Land Preservation Board, and Mac had served on that board for a fair amount of time. And Eric Naylor, our director, came forward and wanted to recognize Mac for his service. So we have a proclamation here to read honoring Mac Smith. Whereas Mac Smith was an integral part of the original team of York County citizens that planned for and formed the York County Agricultural Land Preservation Board in 1989, and Mac Smith has served on the York County Agricultural Land Preservation Board as a representative of the realty building industry for over 33 years, since June 29th of 1989. Mac Smith has also served as the vice chairman of the York County Agricultural Land Preservation Board for over 33 years, since December 17th, 1989. Mac Smith has been an integral member of the York County Agricultural Land Preservation Board that oversaw the preservation of over 47,000 acres of highly productive land. And Mac has been a valued volunteer, board member of the York County Agricultural Land Preservation Board among the approximately 3,143 counties throughout the United States of America. York County is recognized as the 11th for preserving the most acres of farmland. And after 33 years, Mac Smith will be stepping down from his position on the board that he served the citizens of York County. Now, therefore, we, the Commissioners of York County, Pennsylvania, do hereby proclaim Mac Smith as a valued asset and advocate for the agricultural land preservation in York County. Given this day in York in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania on the 31st day of May in the year of our Lord, 2023. So, Mac, wherever you are out there, we certainly, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, thank you for your 3 decades of service to the Ag Land Preservation Board. So. Maybe the young lady sitting next to you will serve 33 years on the board. Okay, I will open it up for any public comment.
Name sounds similar, but I'm Matthew Smith,
Yep.
Manheim Township.
Related?
First, I just wanted to thank you guys for everything looking so great and transparent. And when you show something, you say, hey, there's no taxpayer dollars going to this, it was grant funds. That's great. People want to know that. Now, if we look at the stream, there's like tens of people that watch the stream for these meetings. And I'm always trying to get more people to watch the meetings to see how everything works, how it runs smoothly. Because we've been seeing in a lot of school districts, public meetings don't run smoothly and they go crazy and off the rails. So thank you guys for keeping and running a tight ship here. And one more thing on the children and youth stuff, I talked to Claire earlier, where we're always talking about filling the empty spots of social workers and where we're at on that and how many calls they get based on how many cases they can actually take a month. And then also the shortage of foster families, resource families to take the foster kids. So when he was talking about the different amounts that are negotiated on there, that is a constant ongoing thing. If you talk to him about it, it's keeps him pretty busy, I'm sure. But there's another church organization and some other ones that are working on getting more people in their congregations to get licensed and registered as foster families. So that is an ongoing thing. And hopefully a lot more of us can work together on that. So that's a good progress on that too, that I talked to Claire about. So thanks, guys. That's all I have.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anyone else?
Stephen Carr, Manheim Township. Just a few things I wanted to put in is that during Election Day, there were signs put up on precincts and polling places that said that you cannot film in this area. And I mean, under the election code, you're allowed to not film in the inside of the polling place, but they were telling people that you can't film outside the polling place, which is at that time outside of the election code. And anybody can film what's outside of it and report to that. That's why we have election workers and election judges and poll watchers, so we can see whether they're in 10 feet or not 10 feet of that polling place. So it also impinges on the First Amendment of citizens that want to protect their, or First Amendment rights of that free speech as well. The other thing was I was looking at the 2023 York, Pennsylvania budget, and I noticed that there was, I think it was 33 or 35,000 for the election integrity grant and 55,000 for the for another one that was under the election under the election subject. If we had taken that out and minus that, your general budget would have been 240 million instead of 253 million, and we could use that extra money to go other places, fixing the county roads or paying election poll workers more money as well. That was just a couple of things I saw, and that's all I have.
Regarding, Steve,
Yes.
if there were certain precincts that were experiencing the things with the filming, please make sure you get that to the elections director or the Board of Elections, the specific locations.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
Anyone else? Okay, if I could have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, we are adjourned, and we had a very brief salary board meeting. So I'll call the salary board of May 31st to order.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the May 24th, 2023 Salary Board meeting as submitted.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. Any public comment? Okay, on to motion number 4.
Make a motion to approve the positions, salaries, hours of work, and fringe benefits as provided by existing collective bargaining agreements or set forth in York County Employee Handbook or York County Policy Manual for the following departments and row offices as stated below with no additional benefits or concessions unless otherwise noted and are as listed in the agenda.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. We did not have any executive sessions since our last meeting. I will open it up once again for public comment. Hearing none, if I can have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy this last beautiful day in May.